Greetings, welcome to my first vlog of the night, or of, well, a couple of months I should say. Just trying to get into the whole idea of vlogging and whatnot. I am a Uber driver. My name is Andrew, or Tag, as you may know me on YouTube. So right now I am just driving. I'm actually heading home from Oxford, Ohio. So it's going to be a bit of a trek, and I thought I'd bring you guys along with me as I, well, just drive the countryside. Might get a little dark as we go along. To me, it is actually pretty dark, like it's getting there. The camera, I would think it's doing okay with that. I did turn up the exposure a little bit, so that way more light can come in as we go along. But get a lot of questions as I'm out driving, and a lot of which has to do with what's it like being an Uber driver. Well, to put it in a nutshell, it is like riding a bicycle and you have unlimited power besides like what you can do, and you could just travel, go anywhere you want to go, and you just go. Best part is you get paid for it. Now, along with getting paid for driving for Uber and Lyft, I do drive for both, there are some things you got to know. One, you're going to meet a lot of different people, including drunks, businessmen, and whatnot. I've met hundreds of people, ranging from just here in Ohio to the United States, or even across seas. India, Great Britain, China. Actually, the whole reason why I'm even in this area, thank you buddy, is because, well, I picked up a couple of college kids going from one college to another. It's none of my business of where exactly or why exactly they go, as long as I get them there safe, and that's what's important. Another question that I get asked, like, okay, so do I know where I'm going before I even come and pick you up on the Uber platform? No. The only thing I know is, okay, I need to meet you here to pick you up. When you actually get in my car, that's a different story. I start the run, and then I can actually tell, okay, I'm going here or whatever. That's part of the game. That's what makes Uber fun. You don't know where you're going. And if you like to drive like myself, it's the perfect job. It really is. Another thing, people ask, like, okay, don't you get worried about people being in your back seat? Yeah. But it's the same fear almost as someone driving right next to you or behind you on the road. You gotta just learn to take things as they go. Because in the end, you're here to make sure people get home safely. I would have some music playing, but of course, yeah, copyright, and I don't want to get flagged by YouTube for having, I don't know, AC/DC or Skillet playing, which I do like to listen to. Skillet mainly, but AC/DC, can't go wrong with them. And something else that I've seen too, a lot of my riders will ask, like, okay, do you get any, like, service animals and whatnot? I personally have not gotten a customer or a passenger, or PAX, whatever you may want to call them, with a service animal as of yet. I've been driving for Uber for almost 2 years, Lyft about a year now, I want to say, and it's really just, it's coming to where I just drive. Like, there may be people that will, let me turn the brightness up a little bit. Well, that didn't help much, but where was I? I've gotten dogs, cats in my car and all that. The only thing I ask is, like, hey, just make sure your dog or cat is, or at least your dog anyway, is well trained and whatnot. Cats are a little smaller. They like to go all over the place. And for a guy who is allergic to cats, like myself, that's a no bueno, no good. So my only request for that is keep them kenneled. dogs, they have generally just sat in the back like any other person would, maybe stick their nose like up here and whatever. And I love dogs. Like, if I could have a dog, I would, but I'm constantly on the road, and it just, I can't do it. I can't, in good faith, have a dog and take care of him as of now. So it is what it is. I may stutter a little bit, so fair warning. As an Uber driver and a Lyft driver, I am actually supposed to accept passengers with service animals. It is by law, we're supposed to. The only gray line that I have seen so far is whether or not they have a vest, or whether they legitimately can be considered a service animal. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know enough. Same thing with politics. If I don't know what's going on, I won't discuss it. It's none of my business. It didn't really affect me. That's the same thing going with Uber. Yeah, there's been a lot of scandals. Yeah, there's been a lot of sexual allegations and accusations and whatnot, but we can't live... I'm just going to go straight. We cannot live in a time where we're just constantly fearing what other people are going to think. We can't. It's exhausting to me, anyway. Now, does that mean I gotta spew out every little thing that's on my mind? No. You have to have some control, some restraint, and you just gotta, you gotta do what you gotta do, but you gotta be respectful to a point. Sometimes the truth hurts. There's no way of getting around it. The only thing you can do is just keep moving forward. Have fun. I mean, I'm not saying the whole YOLO thing. I'm 24 years old. We don't do that. At least I don't, anyway. Now, one thing that has bothered me a lot, too, I get a lot of younger passengers. Unfortunately, I can't transport anybody that's under the age of 18. And that goes for all, like, if it's just one person that's 17, I can't give them a ride. Now, if, like, say there's a group of 3, 2 of which are 17, 1 is 18, that's fine. Legally, I have to have someone that is over 18 besides myself to give them a ride. It's in the terms of agreement that I, as a driver, and if you're a passenger or another driver, we all had to sign this to be able to use Uber as a way to get around, as our transportation. Bar to bar, house to airport, airport to house, hotel. I mean, it's all the same. Now, this is just speaking as for me as a driver. Do I let people smoke in my car? Yes, to a certain extent. Sorry, I felt like I was going to sneeze just there. Allergies suck. So, I used to smoke about a pack a day. And it was all great. I mean, yeah, sure, I smelled like an ashtray. It was less appealing to the girls, and it was bad for my health. I get that. And I've had family members say, like, you should probably quit smoking. This is what will happen. And I actually just lost a family member who did smoke. So now I vape. Yeah, I know. You vape, man. You vape. We get it. You vape. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It works. It's all about moderation. And anybody that has smoked is always going to get that urge to smoke. The way I was able to go from a pack a day, get this, a pack a day plus more, to maybe a pack a month now. Last time I had a cigarette was probably a couple of days ago, but that was just one. Before then, a week or so. I am saving money by not buying a pack of cigarettes every day. I used to smoke I used to smoke Marlboro Black Hundreds and shorts. Still the same price, about $6.50, $7. I don't know anymore. I haven't smoked them in a while. And the money that I have saved by not by vaping is outrageous. It's awesome. There's a heavy startup fee, but that's with everything. Getting a car, you got the down payment, you got the time to drive to the dealership to pick out the car that you want. It's the same thing with vaping. You've got the time to pick out, okay, I want to get this thing, like this block, this brick or whatever to help me vape or whatever, but you gotta be careful because sometimes you might get a mod or a block with the battery in it and all the controls that will be too powerful for the tank, which will hold what they call atomizer. If I just butchered that name, sorry. But you want to be careful because sometimes you may blow the atomizer to the point where you can't use it. But enough about that. So going back to whether or not people do smoke in my car, yes, but windows down. Not everyone smokes in my car. Even when I used to smoke in this car all the time, I would always air out my car. I would be driving around, just finished a cigarette, or I had a couple puffs left or whatever, and I put it out, windows are down, and I get a request that's like 4 minutes away. I'm like, oh crap, my car's probably going to stink, they're going to probably complain. They didn't say anything. I would ask them, like, hey, did you guys happen to smell cigarette smoke? And they're like, no, we didn't. Why? I literally, like, 2 minutes before I got your request, I just smoked it, like, and it doesn't even smell at all. Like, that's awesome, dude. What'd you do? Just aired out my car. So that's something there. Just be considerate with everyone else. Something for the passengers. If you guys have, like on the Uber platform, if you guys have a couple places that you need to go, like say you need to go to a gas station to get a case of beer, or you need to go to Kroger, you need to go to a grocery store of some sort, and then come back to your house, let us know. We, as drivers on the Uber platform, only know A to B. We're supposed to take you from some hole-in-the-wall bar or your house and take you somewhere else. We will not know that we can't accept another ride, as they may come in, until you tell us, because once you tell us, and we can say, okay, we'll take care of it. What we'll do is we will just simply block more requests coming in, so that way we can continue to drive you around to where you need to go. Again, the whole point is to make sure you guys get home safely. On Lyft, you have multiple stops, which is actually a kind of a new thing I'm still getting used to as a driver, but I haven't been able to drive as much on Lyft as I have with Uber. On Uber, I probably have like 700 rides. I didn't used to do it a whole lot, now I do. Lyft, it just wasn't that popular of a thing for me. For anybody in my area in Ohio, that's just because it is what it is. So that's all the time I have for today. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you like the video, you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. Little bell icon just to say, hey, I'm just watching, just want to get more of your videos. And we'll keep driving together. Be safe, everyone. Uber on. Be safe again.